first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fighting his way through contact, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little...
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And now on the heels of the pick-6, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended as they'll try to make it 8-0. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Let's go.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Dart. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw is Dart. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. Shreds him, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are once again back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Dart going to look to throw here. It's brought in by Harris. Yeah. They'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Giants first down.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Dart to the right side. He finds his receiver, Harris. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Andy Borregales on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Eagles at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ready, break! Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
Warriors, 70. Here we go. Set. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here we go. 19 tight. 19, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready, go.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Dragon 60.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the... And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Cooking my team.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 18.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Come on, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
60 Vikings, 60, 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They juked him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go.
To throw, Dart. Caught on the right side by Jones. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw now, Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action with Dart. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a 2nd and 6. To the air, Dart. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Give that sack to Kobe Dean. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Dart. Setting up the screen for Sampson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And his kick is indeed good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Eagles first down.
Back to throw now on first down. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 46, here's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 48.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Check, smash, liking, 18. Ready,
They'll run it again with Barkley. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 37.
Back to throw here. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Dart. But just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. From the gun, here's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33.
Here's Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Hawks, 70, Hawks.
Dart going to look to throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Sampson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
First down.
Now Dart. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Caught by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. In motion, the tight end.
Yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Dart.
The Eagles' 15-yard line.
Checks this down to Sampson. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants.
Here's Dart once more. And they're going to get to him. A sack. A sack back at the 9-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Throwing, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. He'll try to pick, and he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they're going instead with Barkley. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Eagles.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down.
Cougar 19.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. From the 25, here's second down at 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Out of the gun. Here's Dart. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here comes third and the length of the football.
60 Eagles, 60.
Throwing his Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. But to throw once more, here's Dart. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard.
Throwing his Dart. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
To throw his Dart. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds Watson. It's caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And now an audible here into something else. To throw, Dart. Complete to Jones. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination